Welcome back to CBO TV. I'm Tyler Pereira, and I'm here with legendary coach Jim Morris today. How are you doing, sir?
Well, great. How about you?
I'm well. I'm well. So, as we know, great college coach with the Miami Hurricanes, Georgia Tech. So, let's give us a little background about yourself, about how you got into baseball, how you got started in coaching.
I mean, basically, baseball was my whole life. First time I had on a uniform was when I was 8 years old and played Little League all the way up through high school and college and pro ball with the Red Sox. And then the day after I retired from the Red Sox, I became a head coach at a junior college and started a program at the Cap College. The program was new, but that really set my uh, pattern for my entire career. Because the second year we were national runner-up and won one, and I had 47 guys drafted professionally in 4 years. And I went to Georgia Tech and then the University of Miami. I was at Georgia Tech for 12 years and Miami for 25. So I've been coaching a long time.
Right. So you kind of gave us the basis of your career going from team to team. So how did you break that down, the transition from going from Georgia Tech to Miami and so forth like that?
Well, it's a huge difference just because of the expectations at Miami. When I took the job at Georgia Tech had never finished above last in the Atlantic Coast Conference. So they really didn't have any expectations. And that was in 1982. In 85, we won four straight ACC championships. And then in 93, in the fall for the 94 season, we were ranked number one in the country, actually. When I left and went to Miami, where when you get to Miami, the standard had been set by Coach Ron Frazier, who I think is possibly the most influential coach in the history of college baseball, just because he put college baseball on the map with marketing promotions, plus he won a couple of national championships. So he set the standard. So at Miami, you weren't supposed to lose. So it was kind of a different thing, but a great thing and a great move for my career.
Yeah, building off of that, what you said, when you go to Miami, you're not supposed to lose. Take us through your interview whenever you went to Miami and you seen a guy on the janitorial staff propping the door open with the second place runner-up trophy. How was that?
Well, I didn't see anybody prop it open, actually. I saw the trophy, and I was doing the interview with Paul D., who's the athletic director. Mr. D was showing me around and talking to me, actually recruiting me to leave Georgia Tech. And we walked in the players' locker room, and the players' locker room, the restroom door was supposed to close, but they had something sitting in front of it to keep it from closing. And that was a national runner-up trophy. And I think that the athletic director was probably as shocked as I was to see that trophy sitting there on the floor. And it was wet for some reason too, so I don't know what that means. But anybody puts a national runner-up trophy in a bathroom, it's got pretty expectations. And I looked at him, I said, man, this is a tough place to coach. And he really didn't know what to say. And we were kind of speechless, both of us.
Right. So how did you handle those expectations going to Miami with the win at all cost mentality?
Well, I was 42 years old. And I'd been a head coach for 16 years. So with that in mind, that kind of helped with the expectations, the fact that, I can handle it. I've been through some good wins and some tough losses to be able to, to deal with both, because you're going to have them at any program. You're going to have some big wins and some tough losses. So I always felt like it'd be very, very tough at Miami for a coach to come in that was a young guy to be a head coach like I was at Georgia Tech when I was 28 in the fall and 29 in the spring, and take that job right there. If I did that at Miami, I don't know if I would have been able to handle some of the things that I had to handle.
Right. And you've won some national championships with Miami, but take me back to the 96 World Series where you played LSU. And
this LSU's coming out in you now.
Yeah.
This shirt's blue. It looks purple, but it's blue. So let's don't get that confused.
So there's some reports that you've had a nightmare that you're trapped in a jail cell, that you're not able to go out there to the pitcher's mound. So take us through that.
Well, that's not exactly right. I wasn't trapped in a jail cell. I was trapped underneath the stadium, and I was laying down on the ground. and I could see out from underneath the stadium, and the game was going on, but I couldn't get out to do anything. And it's a reoccurring nightmare that I had. I'd wake up soaking wet, sweating, and people want to know how games affect coaches. I can tell you that's the way it affected me. It was a very tough situation for me to handle, and probably that was in '96, and I'm not sure I really got over that till '99 when we won my first championship.
Right. And bringing back to that '96 team, Alex Cora was on your team. So break it down. Like, who are your top 5 players that you've ever coached?
Ooh, that's a tough question. You know, I've had a couple hundred guys sign pro. I coached so long. Top 5 guys, I don't know. You know, Pat Burrell, I thought was the best hitter I ever saw in college baseball. Ryan Braun was a great player for me. Of course, Alex Cora was. Jason Michaels, Aubrey Huff, who played 10 years in big leagues. Danny Graves, an all-star pitcher. Jason Varitek, Milmar Garcia Parra, Jay Payton. I mean, I had a lot of, I hate to narrow it down. It's like somebody asked me, what's the best team I ever had? Well, the best team I ever had was the one that won the national championship. May have not been the most talented, because that team you were talking about in '96 was really, really talented. And in '98, they were very talented too.
Right. As you list those players, some big names come out of there. So what's your recruitment process and getting those type of players to come and play at Miami?
Well, Miami's a really good school, and a lot of people don't realize what Miami is all about. It's a small private school. It's got approximately 10,000 undergraduate students, 175 majors, and whatever major you think you want to major in is probably the best one we got. And so it has a lot of flexibility in the majors, and I think that's a very strong point. And being a small private school, they do everything they can to help you graduate. And I really like that about Miami. Plus, you got the best weather in the country in South Florida. We're all spring training there in Arizona, but the best weather in the country and a great school and a great tradition. So Miami was I don't want to say it was an easy place to recruit, but it sure gave you a leg up in recruiting players from South Florida or California and everywhere between.
Right. So you won national championships. You've won ACC Coach of the Year. What are some of your most memorable moments that you've had?
Well, I guess 1994 when Danny Graves threw the last pitch, a breaking ball for a strike. We went to my first World Series at Miami, and then of course '99 when we won the first national championship. '01 when we were in '99, it was a 6-5 ball game, so it was close. It was really much like the LSU game. We're playing Florida State, who's our biggest rival, and to win against your biggest rival in a situation was a big thing. So, I know in the 8th inning, I don't remember who the hitter was for Florida State, but they had a man on first base and 2 outs, and I held a long fly ball to left field. The wind's blowing out, and it just kept drifting and drifting and drifting. It seemed like forever. In my mind, and it kind of reminded me a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's not going to be LSU again, is it? And of course, our left fielder caught it, and we won that one 2-1. We won it. That was huge for us. But a lot of big wins during the years. A lot of them against our rival. But we played when I first got there. We're Independence. We played a national schedule. We played the ACC, the top teams in the conference, home and home, and the lower echelon. We played them at Miami, and we played Texas, and we played a California team. Long Beach State was probably the best team then. And we played Long Beach State, Cal State Fullerton. We played Notre Dame, and we played an unbelievable schedule. When you look at our schedule, you're holy mackerel. It's a good schedule. It was one that fans wanted to watch. We had great crowds, which helped us host regionals, much like LSU. And so we always had that advantage to be able to play a regional at home. And later, when they changed the format to a super regional, same thing.
Right. A lot of history, a lot of memorable moments that you've experienced. So give us an update. So what are you doing now, Coach?
Well, I'm retired, and I retired. It's my 3rd year in retirement, and I'm an adjunct professor at the University of Miami. I started teaching last year, and I taught in sports administration, and they talked to me for a while about doing it. It's something that's good to give back to the university, so I'm teaching that class. I'm actually doing it remotely from Vero Beach right now. I moved to Vero Beach 2 months ago, and I'm a block from the ocean, and a block I have an 8-year-old son, and it's my first kid, so I'm spending a lot of time with him and my wife, and we're enjoying Vero Beach. But this class thing is something that I enjoy doing, and keeps me in contact with the school. And in fact, when I get off this, I've got a phone call in an hour coming from the university talking about different things. So it keeps me involved in just anything that you would think being retired, I was worried about being bored. Well, I can tell you, I'm not bored. I'm staying very busy between my son's playing flag football on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and he's got tennis on Tuesday and Thursday, and a golf lesson on Friday, and we play golf about three of us on Sunday, and I'm doing my class, and a lot's going on. It keeps me very busy, and I enjoy the house. This is my 45th house that I've owned. 2 of them now. I was going to be an architect, not a coach, so I'm very involved in real estate. So I like that, and in fact, I was planning on doing something today related to my house, and changed it with this particular meeting.
Well, it seems like you got a lot on your plate, and we really thank you for taking time out of your day and doing this interview with us, and we appreciate you for being here today.
Okay, thank you, and good luck to you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
I'm Gifting Gope, Major League Baseball player. Please support international baseball by subscribing to CBO TV.